Journey Through Time is reaching out to Steve Perry. We'll talk about that and some more stuff coming right up. Stay tuned.
Three, two, one.
Hello, everybody. It's Gary Stuckey. Welcome back to another episode of Steve Perry News. Steve Perry, we're still waiting on you, Steve, for some information about a tour. But in the meantime, Journey Through Time, the band, the side project of Journey with Neal Schon and Gregg Rolie, Deen Castronovo, those guys, well, they are reaching out to Steve Perry. And Neal wants Steve Perry to show up at one of the concerts that's coming up over in California on February 22nd and February 23rd. That's in Jackson, California, and Oakland, California, and some other dates to be announced. But that's what they want. Journey Through Time would like Steve to show up at the one of these concerts, or both of them. They've been on Twitter sharing it and telling everybody to retweet, and they're really trying to build things up. Videos have been made about trying to get them back, And I've been saying for, about a year now, hoping and thinking and praying that some way Steve and Neal will get together, have that coffee, or get back together in some form, hopefully leading up to some kind of Journey reunion. I've been talking about it for, like I said, about a year. And that's why I've been doing these videos and saying don't stop believing and things like that, And people have different opinions, but that's been in my heart, Don't stop believing, right? And Steve would show up. That doesn't mean he would rejoin Journey. It doesn't mean that, Arnel would have to leave. But it would be cool to see Steve show up on stage. Now, it might make other things happen. That might be a spark for the future or something like that, which I've talked about and will talk about in other videos. But, wouldn't it be cool, though, if Steve showed up on stage and did a few songs? It would work out because he's hopefully very soon about to embark on a solo tour. So that would help stir things up and keep that fire going and start a buzz, especially if he showed up with Journey and just went right off into a tour, and it would help out all of them, to really spark interest. Neal Schon's got a book coming out, solo album coming out, so it would be cool for them and be cool for Steve, like I said, with his solo album. And last year, Steve showed up at Ringo Starr's concert, and Gregg Rolie was playing with Ringo, and Steve showed up for that. So was that a sign of things to come? And but the song "No Erasing," it's about a reunion. It's about this couple from high school getting back together, even though they got married to other people. It's about coming back together. Like I said, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2017, Neal got to sit down with Steve and talk to him. So in the song, the beginning of the song says, "I know it's been a long time coming," and that was the first lines to Neal Schon's speech at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So that's kind of a hint, right? So has this been hidden around? Has this been in the works, in the back of their minds for a year or so? Is this setting up for something that may happen very soon? Will Steve Perry show up at one of these concerts? Well, there's an invitation by Neal Schon and Journey Through Time, and we'll have to wait and see what happens. Maybe Steve will show up there. I hope so, and maybe they'll come down here to the Gulf Coast and do a concert, and I will, assuredly I will go to that concert. But we'll see what happens, and no matter what happens, don't stop believing, everybody. This is Gary Stuckey. God bless you.